came a foot less than a foot from that thing. I'm surprised it didn't strike me.
Our rattlesnakes are cool.
What time of day?
The New Mexico ones is the one you got to worry about. New Mexico and Southern
Wyoming.
Arizona.
Those are some aggressive.
Really?
Oh yeah, man.
The prairies?
Prairie rattlers.
The Mojave Greens are like the ones that'll come after you.
That's what I saw.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't see a
it was
Mojave
green.
Green. We don't have Mojaves.
I swear it was
We
green.
don't have Mojave Greens.
Those prairie rattlers are gnarly. Yeah, like when I was right out of college and I was doing surveys up there in the Bighorn, like east of the Bighorns.
Yeah.
Those ones were aggressive, little buggers.
They freak me out. Like after I saw that one, I'll like gallop like a horse like on the rest of my run because I'm like in the shadow.
You're
I'll,
high
like, gallop.
stepping the whole way.
Seriously, because I hate snakes. And then I was supposed to do 20 miles after that on the trails the next day.
Maybe you saw.
Did you run past that one?
Yeah, ran past it.
And then how'd you see it? Just peripheral?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I saw it peripheral, and then I thought I could like hear the rattle. And then I looked back and I was like, oh dang, that was.
It rattled at you?
Yeah, it was like coiled up, like maybe a foot less than off the trail.
What time of day?
Like 3 o'clock.
Midday.
And I don't know, freaked me out, and I don't know. For the rest of the run, I was high stepping through the desert.
Closest I've ever got was on my brother Drew in Nevada elk tag a long time ago, and we found a bull that was rutting in the morning, but it's that early, the Nevada archery tag is just the beginning of the rut. Mm-hmm. So he had pulled off and bedded, and he was all by himself, and we were climbing up this like shale rock hill to go after him, and I heard a rattle, and it was underneath the rock that I had stepped on. I'm like, oh shit, that was close. That's the closest I've ever been.
I've had my middle kid, we were hanging trail cameras in the summer, and I watched him walk right over the top of one that was like,
and he didn't know it?
Stretched, didn't even see it.
Well, if it stretched,
I mean, it was going across the trail, but he like mid-stride went right over the top of it, never even saw it. He was just out ahead of me, probably 10, 15 yards, and I let him get past it, and then I yelled at him, and he turned around, we came back, and we got it all coiled up and upset, and I let him listen to it rattle and stuff. Yeah. But he, it scared the hell out of him. And then I've never been like struck at, but I've had a lot of times. Like one time when I was working for the Forest Service, I had a 4-wheeler and I was going down the trail, big rattlesnake in the trail. So I lock up the brakes, slide right over the top of it, and I jump up on my seat, and that thing got up in the frame.
No way.
Yeah.
After you?
Mm-hmm. Well, it just came up into it because like, I'm sure it just heard the motor and loud noise, skidded, right up on top of it. And then it just kind of just shot straight up and it went up into the frame. We ended up having to fish that one out. But
remember that one when you and I and Neville were hunting archery antelope? Going back to the barn?
Oh, yeah. That one.
At night?
Yeah, that one sucked.
And it was like literally a foot behind me. Because I'm partially deaf, I guess, too.
Yeah, we camped in an old shed, like an old cattle shed, because it was raining really hard the first couple days, and so we just pulled up underneath the shed and camped in it. And then those guys came back one night, and there was a big rattlesnake.
I went right into the little barn and turned to the left to try to plug in my phone. And like literally, Neville's like all of a sudden starts screaming and running. So I start screaming and running. So you just don't know what's going on.
That he was screaming and running.
And then Neville's like, "You didn't hear that?" I'm like, "No, what?" It's like, was there like a lion in there? Like, what's going on? Like, he's like, "No, dude, there's a rattlesnake literally like a foot behind you, like curled up and hissing at you." Yeah, and I was trying to like plug in my phone in the dark. And it was really dark out in the barn.
So you can't see and you can't hear very good. See, I
I'm colorblind, can't hear. It's an advantage.
This one wasn't as scary, but it was a lot more fun because we knew it was there. Clay and I were antelope hunting in New Mexico. We both had tags, and he killed his antelope. We were taking pictures, and we saw the snake go. So went and got it pissed off, but it was fun. So I put my phone camera.
Oh no way!
I put my phone camera.
I don't like that.
That one looks mean.
So I put my phone camera on the edge of my tripod.
Yeah.
On the end of my tripod.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
Bro,
so
that's actually really cool way to do it.
I taped it on, and I got some incredible slow-mo video. So like, I had my phone on slow-mo.
Oh yeah, I gotta go, man.
Cool.
And I got him to strike, but he would never strike the actual camera.
Damn, that's cool.
I don't know why, but I wanted him to go like at the lens of the camera.
Can we put that on Instagram?
But how cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, send that to Danielle.
Slow-mo.
God, that's wild.
Dude, that's actually sick. Look at cinematography, moving the blades of grass.
Dude, I kind of knew what I was doing here. But it was.
Dude, that's actually super cool.
Sure, this isn't from Nat Geo?
This is the only rattler like I've ever messed with.
Yeah,
you know?
look at him go.
The one on my brother's hunt just scared the shit out of me because
Yeah.
I didn't know I was there. So
Dude, that's actually a really cool video.
That is crazy.
yeah, it was awesome, dude. I got him to strike a couple times. I had venom all over my phone, but he would never strike the actual lens, which is what I wanted him to do.
Man,
So it never
like
looked good when he
snakes.
striked, but
Oh, Omar,
Like-
be safe out there, young Omar, on your
Look at
runs.
Is that Nat Geo?
Yeah, that's
Nat Geo.
That's crazy.
You
See
sick
how
of
they
it?
coil?
Yeah.
Did you know they coil like that? I didn't really realize that.
Yeah.
Is it true when like you step on one, it feels like you just stepped on poop?
I've never stepped on
I've
one.
heard that.
I've
It's just like
yeah.
squishy.
I've never,
Yeah.
thankfully, I've never stepped on one.
Freakiest thing I ever saw was we were coming down the road one day. I was working with this guy, and we had this big snake stretch. It's been probably 20 years ago, but he stepped out and he was like, "Oh, I'm going to kill it and I'm going to skin it out." I've probably told the story, but he chopped the head off, right? And then I told him, I said, "I think I've heard that like they'll still strike you, without a head, you know?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know." But he's holding this thing by the end of the tail up by his side, and that bloody stump would strike his wrist and hit his wrist every single time before he could drop it.
So
And
No way.
he did it 3 different times. And then we took that snake, we put it in a Walmart plastic bag that we just had in the back seat. And by the time we got home, that thing had crawled out of the sack. We tied the top. It had worked its way out of the sack and was crawling around in the back seat, like on the floor of
Headless.
our headless.
That's so weird, dude.
Yeah, that one stayed with me for a while.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't like rattlesnakes.
I hate snakes and spiders.
You ever eaten one?
No,
We skinned one out one year antelope hunting, and then we ate it.
ate it. Was it
Yeah.
good?
It was just gross skinning it out. Like, I just,
I've heard it eats okay.
yeah, I mean,
I've heard it eats okay. I've never had it.
I just avoid them, man.
Just do it in
Like
pain.
I don't kill them. I just go
Me
my
either. I
own
don't kill
separate
them
way.
either. Like I didn't kill that snake. I just let him go.
Yeah, I
the one
don't
that I
kill
was
him.
messing with.
I don't want any bad juju.
Me, that's exactly how I feel. Like
we
the one
killed
on my
that one in the
brother's
barn
hunt.
because that's where we were sleeping.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one on my brother's hunt just kept walking. This one, just let him go into the grass. I don't want to start that.
So they're out and about though.
Yeah, they're out now.
Do you wear headphones when you run?
Confirmed. And I was wearing headphones and the wind was blowing, so I was like, man, like probably wasn't the safest thing. Like can't hear crap, moving semi-fast.
And you get the open ear ones I have.
I know.
Those things are sick. You actually can hear your environment around, but you can still hear it through that bone technology thing or
Yeah.
whatever. Those are actually
Yeah.
really nice for running.
I think the best is just honestly just be in the zone and not have music.
That's savage.
Are you allowed to have it on your run
Yeah.
music? You
Yeah.
are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just gonna listen to Goggins on repeat,
probably.
just yelling.
Goggins and
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We have Omar on. We asked him to jump on for a few minutes this morning because we want to talk about the Lopez sheep cantina.
that's it. That's the one.
Do you want to hit promo before we dive into it?
Let's rip the promo.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. I'm 8 minutes in. I'm doing pretty
Love
good.
it.
Do you want to hit it?
Let's hit it. Yeah. I mean, app season's here, so get an insider account. Use promo code podcast when you sign up, and you get 50 points back to the GOHUNT Gear Shop. Get access to everything we have under the hood of Insider: filtering, draw odds, app strategies, all the goods. You can research on your mobile. You can research on the web. You have all the tools 24/7, 365 to make your best app decision. So
And there's still lots of apps coming up.
There's a
is.
lot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still
we'll-
stressful.
yeah,
right now.
we're gonna get into it. We'll talk a little
Yeah.
bit about it, like what upcoming, and this is just gonna be kind of the guys catching up. We've had a lot of guests on the last couple of months, which we've been fortunate enough to have. We've had some great conversations, but we thought today would be fun just to like catch up with the guys and see how it's going internally in the
Yeah.
office. So we'll run through kind of our plans. But yeah, thanks for hitting the promo, Brady. You nailed that. You've worked the promo down into like a 10-second,
I'm trying to get it a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
tighter.
good.
like an ad
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
It's good.
How's your running going? Tell us about the sheep cantina.
Yeah, so the Sheep Cantina is a project to raise $30,000 for a guzzler in Southwest Nevada, and I actually have a location like secured, so it'll be in the Muddies, which if you live in Nevada or are like a desert sheep fanatic, you probably know where that's at. But I think now more than ever with all the drought and stuff that we've had in Nevada, the sheep really need it. So I was stoked to get that secured, and if we get the money, we should be able to build that early 2026. So less than a year from now. But yeah, the plan is to run 100 miles. Signed up for a race that's May 2nd through the 3rd, 100-mile race. And from now until that race, I'm fundraising money to build a guzzler for sheep and birds and other little wildlife in Nevada. So yeah, that's the project.
No, just sheep. Birds aren't allowed.
Do you know the location is like, are they going to have to helicopter everything in, or is there a road out to it? Do you know?
I'm not sure like the exact location, but I know that it will be in the Muddies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That wilderness is pretty big. It's probably going to be flown
remote flown in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if there's a road out there to it, you could do a little memorial run
to it. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Maybe not. We could do an outing.
Maybe it's out of the wilderness.
Everybody gets some miles in.
Yeah. Everyone else flies in, and then Omar
runs out.
Omar runs
we
out.
fly Omar in and make him run out.
That's
it
actually
might be
a good
100
idea.
miles again.
I don't know. There's snakes out there.
There's a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about running 100 miles?
I feel good. I mean, my life is pretty simple. Like, I just got to make sure I'm fed, go to work, and other than that, it's running. Like, I don't have kids. I don't really.
Are you scared
to run the 100 miles?
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
I mean, I'm like I'll be nervous. Like, even to run a marathon, it's like nerve wracking.
Sure.
But I'll be nervous. But I think with like all like the prep and stuff too, it kind of like eliminates that type of stuff out of your head.
How you doing with injury? Because last year, I believe you were dealing with some issues.
Yeah, I've got a plantar, but I've had that since like college, plantar fasciitis.
Mm-hmm.
And then like just kind of like a sore knee because I ate it 2 weeks ago. But
I saw that. What happened?
It was, I don't know. It was
Pulled
just
the trail.
Yeah, that's common for me. Yeah, I've been back running and I haven't taken a diver yet, but it's coming. I know it's coming. Every time I'm out, I'm like, it's coming. Like one of these days, I'm gonna eat it.
I bought shoes that were. They say like you got to buy like a shoe size larger. Mm-hmm. So that's my first time actually doing it for like a trail shoe. I've done it for like my marathon shoes and on the road's no problem. But I bought a trail shoe that's like a size larger than my normal 10, so an 11.
What shoe?
A Hoka Clifton 6, Hoka Speed Goat 6.
Yep. Did you buy 2 pair?
Speed Goats are sick.
Mm-hmm. And then
did you buy 2?
I just bought one. Yeah, just to test it out.
Buying 2?
The Hokas, the midsoles go out on them pretty quick.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're super lightweight and they're great, but everybody I've ever talked to that runs them, like they go through them fairly quick.
Yeah.
And then I just would think for 100 miles, you might want to have a backup in case something goes south.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have those. So I bought those for training, and then I have like the Speedland, like cams, the blue ones with the blood on them. Those are pretty cool. And then I actually think I want to buy another pair of shoes from a company called Norda, but they're doing like this like Dyneema upper, like they say you could run 1,000 miles in those shoes. I don't know, just
I was looking at those the other day after you mentioned it. Those are pretty sweet.
they're pretty sick. They're expensive as all hell, but they're pretty cool. Like $325.
It's expensive.
For a shoe.
That's
Yeah,
expensive.
For a running shoe.
Yeah.
How many miles are you running a week?
I ran 100 last week, and then like 80 the 2 weeks before that, and then probably like closer to 60, 70s the prior 2 weeks, and then just came off like a marathon block.
Gotcha. What's the furthest you've ran contiguously?
Ever?
Yeah,
50 miles.
50.
Yeah.
This is double.
This is double.
I'm more scared for you than you seem to be. 100 miles seems like a lot, but I mean, I know you'll do good, but
Yeah.
is there anything like you're doing psychologically to kind of prep for it, or do you have like meal plans and everything lined out? Because you're what, a month out?
Yeah, like a month. Yeah.
How long will 100 take?
My goal is to come in at, oh man,
25,
no,
30,
18.
18.
I want to get sub 18, so it's like a 10:40 something pace on average.
18 hours.
18 hours. Wait, and then,
10 something.
Where's this at?
Wendover. Oh wait, yeah, Wendover, Utah. I don't want anyone elite to sign up and
Smoke you.
yeah, smoke me.
Wendover?
Yeah, Wendover.
Have you been to Wendover before?
Oh
wow.
Great little town.
When I was in high school, we played Wendover in a baseball playoff game, and after the game was over, we pulled up to a gas station to get snacks for the team on the way home. Everybody went in, got their snacks. We were all piling on the bus. This has been 20-some years ago, but a vehicle pulls in, rolls into the gas station and robs it.
Oh no.
Right in front of you?
Right in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one of my fond memories of Wendover.
Man. Yeah, no, but I just thought it'd be a cool opportunity to, you know, do something I love, which is running, and then combine it with my other love, which is hunting, and then kind of like give back in a way. I think now more than ever too, it's important, especially like as someone that's like, I guess kind of like a younger hunter and someone who didn't grow up like in a hunting family or something like that. I kind of want to just set like an example, or like, I don't know if inspire is the right word, but, you know, kind of just get the word out. And that's kind of how I feel like I could talk to people, is running and try to fundraise money for a cause. So I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to do that. And, you know, working here at GOHUNT has like allowed me the privilege to do that. So yeah, we got it set up. And
do you have a race crew?
Yeah. Brady Miller.
What's Brady's role in this?
He's gonna be pacer / like social media crew chief, maybe.
Okay.
I asked him if he needs me to rub any of the butter on his toes later on.
Rub his feet.
Like, I don't know where the line is in the sand that I don't do this or do this. So I'm just game for whatever he needs me to do, honestly.
Even rubbing butter on his feet.
If that's what it takes for him to win, yeah.
Have you ever done that? Vaseline between the toes? You do all that?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you wear five toe socks? You ever try those?
Yeah.
You like them?
I like them.
Gotcha. And then Vaseline between the toes.
Yeah, Vaseline between the toes, the toe socks. I'll like right now in training, I'll mess with a bunch of like different. I'll buy like a bunch of random stuff to kind of know by the time it's time I race, I know exactly what I want and what works for me.
Is Brady going to be your chef too? Ija?
I'm gonna have like little food bags and stuff. And then at what's cool too is at the aid stations they have like quesadillas and.
What?
I know, right?
And like
you said it really Spanish.
Say it again.
Quesadillas.
Very ethnic.
Sorry. In case you guys didn't know,
make yourself a dang quesadilla.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
How much money have we raised so far? And by we, I mean you.
We're at $13,366.80. 56 total donations. So we're almost halfway there.
Okay.
And it should be noted too, like at the top you'll see 100% of the proceeds go directly to the Nevada Department of Wildlife to build the guzzler. So 100% of this going right down so we can build the guzzler.
So we got a month to raise another 15, 16?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah. And if it doesn't happen,
then what?
No sheep guzzler. We got to make it happen.
Got to make it happen.
Quinning's not in the blood, right, Brady?
Quinning's not in the blood, man. We're going to do it.
It's either a down payment on a new truck for Omar or a sheep guzzler.
Yeah, for real.
Nah, I'm sure we can get mileage out of it no matter how much you raise, even if it's parts and pieces or
we'll get it there.
Fuel.
Yeah, I'm not concerned. We'll get it there.
Yeah, what was cool too is like wild sheep stepping up too and helping out. So it's been awesome. And then like just seeing donations from, you know, people just coming in, whether it be $10, $5. So that's pretty cool to see. Even like I'll look at some of the donations. It's like people from back home, people from like college that I went to who like don't even hunt but like want to support. So it's been cool to see that kind of come through and all like the positive stuff, which is at the end of the day we're just trying to raise money for something here in Nevada that, you know, we stand for and that we know and love. So but yeah, it's been fun.
And we all know how important, you know, water and habitat is, especially over here in that part of Nevada that we live in. It's like it's pretty rough right now. You know, we talked before about sheep and we're probably moving sheep in Nevada because we just don't have any feed and, you know, don't have any water and stuff like that. So it's like that's important to give back to wildlife.
Yeah.
What do you have any running buddies that are running with you? Do you know anybody else that's running?
No, it'll just be me.
Solo, huh?
Yeah, but I'll have like Brady will be a pacer.
How many people sign up? Do you know?
I think right now there's like 30 people signed up.
Gotcha.
How much are you planning on running?
Whoever needs me to, 14 plus miles, 20 miles, like multiple different ones if I need to. Like the night stint, you know, I'm fine helping with that, motivate him through it. Like
I thought about running like the last 4 or 5, but then I'm sure he would be like, "Hey, are you gonna come?" Or like, "I don't want him to have to take care of me."
There is
after he's ran 90 miles.
There is an aid station at 98, so you can hop in on the last one.
The last two?
That'll be me. Cross the finish line,
Just
2
come in
miles.
fresh.
Let's go.
So you get a medal as well.
Should we do that? Just
We
come
did
in
it.
fresh as can be. Run a 2-miler and just torch you.
Just torch him and Zach pass him.
They're like, who is this guy? Says he's a
coming.
runner. I don't run at all. I just
I mean, I don't know. He's back there somewhere.
You're just doing wind sprints.
Yeah.
Towards the end. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny. No, that's really cool. That's exciting.
Yeah. Should be fun.
And just a note too, I just pulled up the U.S. drought monitor. So the area around here right now, we are in exceptional drought, which is more than extreme drought. So it's extreme drought around the area.
sounds like
and
we
then
had
we're
to
in
make up a
exceptional, which
new
is
word.
Exceptional.
Yeah, which is the highest level of drought. And then like the D2 level of drought is severe drought. Then it goes to D3 extreme drought. Then D4 is exceptional drought. All sound really bad.
All really, it's honestly the exceptional drought sounds like we needed to make another category of how bad it is.
Yeah, so that's what we're in right now in southeast Nevada.
Wow.
Pretty bad.
Damn.
Look at all that.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, especially like being from Washington and having grown up there my whole life. You see water everywhere, and then moving to Nevada the last 3 years almost. Even when I go out on a run, I'm like, man, there's like no water anywhere on these trails. Like you have to pack in all your water. I never find springs. I never find anything. So it's like we need to have these man-made things put in to help out the wildlife.
What's your hydration plan? You running with a pack on?
Yeah, like I'll have like a little vest on. The hydration plan, it's mostly just get salt in. So I think they say like 1,000 milligrams per hour is like what you should aim at. So that'll be just the plan. Just make sure
1,200.
1,200, yeah.
What are you doing? Capsules?
No, either like little tabs or like electrolyte mix. Yeah.
Drink mix?
Yeah, drink mix, and then try to get in like 60 to 80, which would be hard, of carbs an hour.
Gels?
Yeah, gels, and then try to eat solid foods when I can, like at those aid stations.
Do you ever have any trouble with gels? Mess with your stomach or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds not good for me.
Yeah.
Like the first 1 or 2 are okay, but then you get to like the 3rd, 4th, 5th, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't sit right sometimes.
No, yeah. And one thing too is like you got to like on your long runs, you got to train with like how you're going to put nutrition in your body. So that does help. So like once it comes like race day, you're not just like behind every bush. So there's like a method to the madness, but yeah, definitely training with the nutrition.
Dude wipes or PT or toilet paper? You going the Brady method or dude wipes?
Dude, I do both.
Or you could use the Tajikistan method.
Oh no, we're not. No one's using that. No one's allowed back in the office if they're purposefully doing the Tajikistan method.
I do both, dude wipes, and then you got to dry it off with the dry paper. So
Okay.
you don't want no chafage.
You don't want no
going on.
rash.
What if you just like preload a ton of Imodium? Is that a thing? Can you
I
just
don't think that'd be
preload?
good for you.
Imodium just like
stops everything.
Stops everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it'd be good for you.
I don't know.
I
like-
think you'd want it to move.
Yeah,
If
right.
you're running, yeah, for sure.
So I'm going through my head. I feel like you'd want it to move so your body's actually using it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe
Probably
an
dehydrates you,
end
wouldn't
to
you
that.
think? Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about it.
I do want to check in with Lorenzo before I come up with my solid plan for what I want to do nutrition wise. Because Lorenzo's been helping me lose weight too right now.
Yeah, you've been losing a lot. You look lean.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you.
I mean,
I'm
it helps when he runs 100 miles out of the
I'm sure, but you're still eating, I would assume.
I'm eating, but
Not eating Cadbury cream eggs. Those are out right now. You can get them at your local gas
saw
station.
some this weekend. I'm like, ooh.
Lorenzo came up with like a little nutrition plan for me. So I've been following that. And then the weight's been coming off. I think I was at 170. I was 170.8 on Sunday.
What were you at prior to this whole excursion?
A month ago, I was like 180, 182, something like that.
12 pounds in a month?
Yeah. Which
It's a little quick.
It's a little quick. I think some of that was like, that was after a 100-mile week. So I think my body was like a little
Depleted.
yeah, like what's going on kind of deal. So I feel like I didn't weigh myself this morning, but I feel like 173-ish.
When you getting your runs in? Morning, evening?
Usually in the evening, I'll try to like lift in the mornings, and then. But if I have like on a 100-mile week, you have to do just daily doubles, or else you're gonna end up with like a 20-mile long run after work, which just kind of sounds terrible. So I'll usually try to do like a couple miles in the morning, like, 9 or 10, and then go do 9 or 10 in the afternoon.
Double up, huh?
Double up, and then usually a long distance on a Saturday, and then another long distance on Sunday, and get to those 80, 100-mile weeks.
All that free time sounds so nice.
I know, to be like,
so good.
What should I do? I don't know. Maybe I'll just go run 10.
Just in the morning
And then
and
the
at
evening, I'm
night,
like,
whatever.
I don't really
If
have
I need
anything
to go
going
at
on.
lunchtime, whatever.
It is.
Yeah, freedom sounds fantastic.
I mean, this is why we need a shower at the office.
True.
So we could use our lunch break and go do some runs, get a lift in. Come on. Shower
Yeah, I
at the
don't know
office.
even if
Just
I'd
one of those
still
little
be able
mobile
to. But yeah, could try it.
How's your motivation?
Motivation,
Yeah.
sheep, baby.
Are you having days where you're like, oh, I don't want to do this?
I mean, yeah, 100%. It sucks. Like, running does suck. It's boring. But for whatever reason, just like that little bit of it that I actually do enjoy and really like, it gets me up to go run. And every single, like, if I skip a workout, which I haven't done, running wise, like, I feel like I just would be cheating myself, as like silly as that might sound. But yeah.
How much motivation does this project add to the whole thing?
I think a ton. I mean, feels like I got mouths to feed. Literally. So
Mouths to hydrate it.
yeah, mouths to hydrate. So it adds a ton of motivation, and especially like I'm competitive. Like I think my biggest regret was never playing sports in high school because I didn't have like the confidence. So, like, now that I'm like older, I'm like, oh, like now if you actually put in the work, like, it actually shows result, and you actually can kind of gain that confidence or whatever. So like now I want to put in as much work as I can to try to get like a top spot in the race. And
Is that do you have goals for this? Is your goal to finish, or are you like going into it going like, I want to finish top 5, top 3?
I want to finish top 3 at least. And I was looking at some like the past results of like time wise, and I think within that 18 hours I could probably get a top spot.
So he's
First
not just
place.
going to do it for the first time. He also wants to place top 3. That's
I
pretty
mean, you
cool.
should always go into something wanting to win.
Should.
You should. Like, what's the point? You
But I
know?
don't know. There's a billion people that run marathons every year, half marathons, and like their goal is to finish, which I don't think there's anything wrong with
No,
that.
but
you know
like-
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, keep pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and I think that's kind of where like I started on a marathon block in October, and then my goal for 2025 was like, oh, I really want to qualify for Boston, and like that time for my age group is sub 255. And then I ran a race a month ago and ran a 254 and some change, so I qualified for Boston, and I was like, oh wow, like if I actually, crazy how it sounds, but if I actually make myself disciplined and follow like workouts and follow these things that I'm supposed to do, I actually do get pretty fast. So after that, I was like, oh man, like I think there's a level of untapped potential here that I really haven't unlocked
So
within
you
my
gonna do
running.
Boston next year?
Yeah.
What are we gonna? We need to raise some more money for something.
Another guzzler.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? No, that's cool.
I really want to do like Moab or Cocodona, one of those crazy
Oh
ones.
gosh, that'd be sick.
That'd be fun.
So you don't think this is the end of it for you, huh? This is just like a jumping stone for something else.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, anything else you wanna say to the folks about the Lopez Sheep Cantina?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys could donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. Like 100% of the proceeds, like Brady mentioned, all go to wildlife. We'll be going to build a guzzler here in Nevada, so your money will be put to good use. And yeah, just want to rally behind wildlife and give back in whichever way we can. So
How do people donate?
there's a donation link. It's gohunt.com/Omar's
Omar's Venmo.
dash Cantina. I'll also we'll link it in the bio here of this YouTube video too, so people can check it out.
Cool.
So yeah,
So donate. It's pretty cool.
Let's go run 100.
let's do it.
Well, thanks for joining us. Now you can get out and we'll talk behind your back
Yeah, thanks for having me.
about how crazy this is. Which is, it's not crazy. It's cool.
It's really cool.
It's pretty
That's
neat.
crazy.
It is a little crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny how, I mean, I wouldn't say it's crazy I guess you hear more people talking about it, right? I mean, Omar's doing it.
Yeah.
I know Omar. I talk to Omar all the time. Omar's going to run 100 miles. 15 years ago, you didn't hear anybody talking about running 100 miles, really.
That damn social media.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Brady's been running too, huh?
Uh-huh. I was going to, like I saw Omar posted I told him this yesterday. He posted a 100 mile in 1 week thing into his Instagram. And I was going to post mine. But I wasn't even close to him. I did 110 in the month.
Yeah.
So I ran 110 miles in the month. Omar ran 100 in 1 week. Doesn't quite compare, but like maybe people wouldn't realize that it was actually a month total.
You're at exactly, and yours says 110, his says 100.
Yeah.
You beat him.
Numbers are numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers. Yeah. Yeah. No, I just actually
100 miles in a week is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of miles.
a lot.
I don't think I've ever done 100 miles in a week.
No.
Not even close. No way.
It's a lot.
Today's the deadline for Colorado and Montana. Did you guys get put in?
Yesterday.
You did yesterday for both or one?
For just Colorado.
Just Colorado.
Yeah, I have done everything I need to do except for mule deer in both states. The most important thing.
You got the easy ones out of the way.
Easy ones out of the way, and I'm just like, what?
Did you do points only on those other ones, or did you actually
points
apply?
Points only. Yeah, I have a lot of points for all those other species. I don't put in for moose, sheep, goat in Colorado. I do desert.
Yeah.
But not Rockies or anything. I don't think it's worth it.
You gonna burn some points?
Not this year.
Not this year.
No.
Oh, I thought this would be your year.
No.
I thought you'd burn some deer points.
It's not a good year.
Not the year to do it, huh?
No.
Just too much going on personally, or
Yeah, way too much going on with the
Gotcha.
Romeo, the baby.
Yeah.
Lorenzo's getting going. I need some more stability in the family life because I want to hunt it a very certain way.
Uh-huh.
Like I want to Airbnb a house through the summer, spend a lot of time scouting.
Yep.
Bring the family out there. Right. Romeo's too young for that right now.
So points only?
Yep. Points only for deer.
And you're in.
Try to get lucky for the other species.
Do you do points for your wife?
No, not in Colorado.
Gotcha.
No, I probably should. She gets mad at me, so thank you for that.
If she's listening.
She gets mad at me. I said, we'll deal with other states.
Yeah. I got two of the three of us, so two of my kids and me. I did two of them yesterday, the two easier ones, and then another one. I've got to make some decisions before, 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
I'm just so undecided what to do.
And then get him applied. But I just did points other than like I applied for moose and sheep. Just swung for the fences because I've got the preference points that I'm actually in the draw. So I figured why not? So I actually applied there, and hopefully we'll see some big charge hit the old debit card.
Yeah, I'm swinging heavy on the other ones, but deer I did points only.
Yeah. Montana?
No.
Nope.
No, I'm out.
Brady, what are you doing?
I'm just in a weird spot in that state, man. It's just such a frustrating draw system to me. I have so many bonus points for when they're limited entry elk things, and I just want to burn them. I want to go on a good hunt, but like you have to draw that non-resident combo tag first. And right now I'm in a weird spot where I got 0 because I risked it last year, tried to go 0 and didn't draw the combo tag. And so if you don't draw the combo tag, you're automatically ineligible to draw a limited entry tag, which is a stupid system.
That is so dumb.
So like, I'm at this point now where if I buy a point in the draw, I go in at 1, I have 0% on the elk combo or big game combo. So it's like not even worth me to try to apply for it because I'm not gonna draw the combo tag if I do that route.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm thinking, do I just do the deer combo? Because if I apply for 1, I have 49% odds. Stay at 0, I had 52, but it'd be smart to go in at 1. That way next year I have 2, or just not apply at all and just build points in the summer and get my 1. Then next year in 2026, get another 1, so I'll have 2. So like a lot of thoughts I have to run through my head, like what is actually smart. I don't have anything in November right now, and that's why. Do I do Colorado deer? Do I do, Montana deer? Like what my options? And it's like I said, I just want, there's only, I think it's 22 non-residents at my point level or higher for elk points in Montana. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate it and get a good elk hunt and go shoot a big bull again.
How to burn them.
Yeah, but it's like I have to have that combo tag, which makes it tough. And then I'm only technically eligible to draw every other year. Mm-hmm. And then every other year, point creep happens a little bit. So it's like, I'm just playing the game like everyone else. But it'd be nice if I could actually be eligible every single time I apply.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
And then I always have a chance. But the way the system works, you just got to play it like everyone else.
Yeah. I purchased a preference point last year thinking I would apply in Montana this year. And then the way the year's kind of lined out, I'm like, I don't really have time because I've got other opportunities in September already. So I'll eat that $100.
That's a hard one to swallow. Yeah. That's another stupid thing. You have to
apply every other year.
You're going to lose it.
Yeah. So I'll eat that and then make the decision come summertime on whether I want to buy another preference point and think about applying next year or not. But it does make it hard to navigate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jump through the hoops. We have a bunch of other states coming up. So you got Utah, April 24th. You guys got plans in Utah this year?
Swing for the fences.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
You just across the board?
Yeah.
That's kind of your strategy for the year?
For Utah,
Just
yeah.
swing.
I mean, for the year, yes.
Yeah.
I would essentially say that's my strategy.
Gotcha.
Swing for the fences.
Mm-hmm.
See if I get lucky.
Yeah, I applied in Utah, which was odd for me because I didn't wait till the last day. But it was like my choices were so limited. I can only apply for limited entry deer and one once in a lifetime species. So I just thought I'll get that out of the way so I don't forget. But I was looking today, so I was driving down. I was looking. It looks like additional 9,000 deer tags, general season deer tags statewide for the state of Utah. Few more elk tags. Less bison tags. Bison are kind of hurting right now. Less mountain goat tags. They're kind of hurting right now. But it looks like a good opportunity year, depending on what you're looking for. So opportunity to draw a tag for general season deer, but maybe you have some more people on the landscape, which certainly there's folks out there that don't love that. But it'd be an interesting year in Utah. I keep hoping that like lightning will strike and I'll draw a limited entry deer tag or a bison tag.
Something crazy will happen.
Something crazy,
Yeah.
but my hopes aren't too high in my own state.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to draw a limit entry so I don't have to hunt my dedicated.
And get an extra year out of it.
Yeah, get an extra year. I can postpone it to the next year.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to think about like what the hunts I have already going on and what I'm potentially going to draw. I don't know. It sounds bad. I don't know if I will hunt from the last year of my dedicated.
Why not?
Just because I got other things I'm really excited for, and just like what I've been seeing in the landscape in the unit, like it doesn't excite me. It honestly doesn't. Like I don't want to go up there and shoot a fork and horn. I don't. It's my third year. I haven't killed in any of the years too, which is a hard thing. But it's like I'm chasing big deer. I'm trying to find a giant and haven't found one that really excites me. And you could say, oh, I can go archery, but I already have something kind of planned in the works right now for that. And then muzzleloader, I'm thinking about going and hunting blacktail deer. I really want to hunt a blacktail deer and chasing.
Yeah, Brady called me the other day and said he wants to go hunt blacktail deer somewhere.
I do too.
And he's like,
it's like really on my list right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the blacktail hunt I want to go on is right around that same time the Utah's muzzleloader, which I love muzzleloader, love my open sight muzzleloader. I want to go do that. But I'm like, I kind of want to chase some crazy adventures too. Like if the deer isn't, I mean, I'm not saying this deer's down everywhere, but the deer in the area I'm hunting and the spots I go to are not as quality as normal. Like why go waste all that time away from work, away from my girlfriend when I could just go chase a different adventure when it's an unknown. Like, yeah, I might not still kill anyway, but like, it's a cool opportunity to go chase a new species, never hunted blacktail in totally different mountain ranges and just try something different.
Yeah.
And then I got something else in October during the general rifle stuff. So like, I don't know if I can fit a dedicated hunter hunt in my schedule right now, which sucks because I wasted basically 3 years of the dedicated hunter program.
What are you going to do going forward where you can only apply for either general season deer or dedicated hunter deer?
Well, the nice thing is I have a lot of general season points. Like banked up. I haven't been applying for them the last 3 years, but
so you're gonna burn those, or are you gonna apply? Would you go back into the dedicated hunter program?
I don't know if I would first. I think I might want to go explore some other units first before I decide to elect to lock myself in for 3 years in one unit.
Gotcha.
Because like I'm not gonna say how many general points I have, but I have more than 5. So like I have a decent.
I've got way too many.
You do. Yeah.
I have way too many.
I'm actually surprised.
I'll sell you my points.
Yeah, when I did the app strategy article, you look down through the number of people that are packing around general season deer points. There's some people with a lot of points for just general season deer. Which
did I show up on that list?
Yeah, I'm sure you were on it.
You're like
not
one of the
by
max
name.
point holders.
You were in there lumped for sure somewhere.
16.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. 15 or 16. I think I'm 16 after this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
could party app and split them.
That's what I'm saying. I'll
Take
sell
a
them to
buddy.
Brady.
Yeah, Lorenzo and I can go in.
Take a buddy if you wanted.
Brady can buy them from me, and I'll just apply for them.
Ooh, I like this idea.
Yeah.
How high are you? I'm pulling it up right now here. I'm gonna look.
You gonna look in the app strategy?
Yeah, Trails app strategy.
See how many people you're in an elite group with.
Oh, you got.
I think there was somebody with 20 some. I want to say.
Ooh. That's a lot.
Yeah.
What is that person doing? Because I feel like an idiot
Just
every
that
year.
little season.
Just
There's a guy with
applying.
25. 2 people with 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I feel dumb already. Like where I'm at. Couldn't imagine
Gosh, yeah,
having
there's
that
a lot
many.
actually.
How many at 16?
It's 91.
Dang, I got a lot of people in there.
It drops
Oh,
off
like-
really fast around like 8. And then the
Yeah.
next big drop off is around 15.
Yeah, because people are burning them.
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
What's your plan with those? Are you just
I have
packing them
no idea.
around? Do you
Yeah.
think one of these years you'll just maybe when your kid gets
Yeah,
old enough?
use them for me and my kid.
Yeah, party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the amazing benefit of having that family land there.
Sure.
So we get a landowner tag, and that's what I hunt.
Go up and do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do because I killed 2 deer in 2 years on my dedicated. So this year I've got to set it out. And then I was thinking about it, like going into next year, what I'm going to do where I have to pick one or the other. And
I know, that's a hard thing to
I've
decide.
got 3 general season deer points. So I could probably draw an archery tag that first year off. But I'm interested to see what this does to opportunities and odds of drawing. Like, can I draw into the dedicated hunter within like 1 or 2 years if I go that route? And if I can, I'll probably go that route and build a couple points and then try to draw into that.
Yeah, you wonder what on the resident side if more people are going to do dedicated or more people are going to do the regular general.
I don't know. It'd be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to play out over the next couple of years, and just you have to figure out where people really lie.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was asking me about one or the other, and the guy has a brand new bow, and he's like, "Yeah, I really want to bow hunt." He's like, "I was thinking about doing dedicated hunter," but he's like, "What do you think about just drawing an archery tag?" And I told him, I'm like, "Well, in my experience, when I've had dedicated hunter tags, like I end up using the archery hunt as like a scouting mission.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of bucks that you see during that time frame that actually like would trip my trigger to like make a stalk and actually try to kill one with my bow. I would kind of save a buck, put it in my back pocket. You know, if I couldn't kill it on the archery hunt, I'd go kill it the first day of the muzzleloader hunt on that dedicated hunter. So I was telling him, if you really want to bow hunt and you really want to like use your brand new bow, just do the archery, because I can tell you, without a doubt, you will pour way more time and effort into just the archery hunt if you just have the archery tag. So we'll see.
I agree with that fully.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many deer I've just sat and looked at, you know, when I've had a dedicated hunter tag in my pocket. And I'm like, you know, most time I would be really happy with that buck with a bow. But now that I've got this dedicated hunter tag, I'm like, well, I might sit and watch and just see what else I can turn up. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, hopefully lightning strikes and somebody draws a phenomenal tag.
It's been, Porter drew the PIW tag last year. But it has, other than that, it's been a while since anybody had like a big time tag, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last one before that.
I mean, Brandon drew one of the expo tags.
Yeah, which was a good hunt.
Yeah, but it's been a hot minute since somebody. I mean, Ethan, I guess, drew a sheep tag in Arizona when he worked here.
Yeah.
What was that, 3 years ago?
2, I want to
2
say
years
maybe,
ago?
but I can't remember anybody drawing like a, you know, a sheep tag or a goat tag or, you know.
Say it every year. I carry a lot of sheep points around the West.
One of these days, man.
Yeah.
One of these days.
What are you going to do in Nevada?
It's my home state.
That's coming up.
I mean,
May
I
7th,
sound
May
like
7th.
a broken record, but swing for the fence. I mean, that's what I'm going to do in Nevada. That's my strategy in my home state. I do have a lot of points, you know, but bonus point only. You can never guarantee yourself the tag. So I don't know. Like I've always there's certain hunts that I want to hunt in my home state, and I'm willing to wait until I can draw one of those.
Yeah.
You're at a stage where you can kind of wait. Like you're looking for an experience.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of has those different states of like where they're at in hunting. You know what I mean? And you get to a point where you're like, if I have a tag, I want it to be a certain type of experience.
Especially in my home state.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
can
some
see
of these
that.
other states, I'll, you know, first choice, swing for the fence, and then I'll fill it out to really try and draw a tag no matter what it is. But here, with as many points as I have, I mean, I want to hunt some of these units before I'm gone.
Yeah.
Don't have a chance to.
What are you doing, Brady? You drew an elk tag.
Drew an elk tag. That's what was hard too. I was like thinking about my dedicated tag. Like the year I drew my elk tag was the first year I drew my Utah dedicated tag, and I wish I could have turned in my dedicated tag. I thought about it. But like I kept it, and then I never hunted it the first year because I had the elk tag, and like I was so focused on like, all right, you draw one of the best elk tags, like you got to go all in on that.
You're off your antelope waiting period.
Yeah, I could have picked up some first come first serve last year.
I'm off mine too.
Yeah, so
I'm off mine also finally.
Let's go.
Yeah, so there's a lot of first come
tags in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of first come first serve tags. Luckily for a resident, that's one of the benefits of that. So I might try to pick up one of those. I'm not going to draw one in the main draw most likely. The odds are so slim. I do have a lot of deer points again, so I have to be cautious of kind of what I apply for with all the other hunts I'm trying to do. But like obviously, I would take a Nevada deer tag over a blacktail tag if I drew one. So
I would hope so. I mean, I would hope so. I want to hunt blacktail too, but I would hope that Nevada mule deer comes first.
Yeah.
Would you burn those this year, given the year Nevada's having?
I'm not trying to. I'm just going to still shoot for the fences.
Central and north isn't that bad though.
Gotcha.
It's just south.
Just right around here is the worst part.
Central and north is not. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I'll pull it up while we're talking again.
That's what I get excited about for the Nevada draw. It's like I'd be pretty happy with the deer tag this year. Just knowing the last 2 years really well, because my brother 2 years ago, Porter last year, there's been some good carryover. There's been, it's like I would not mind having a Nevada tag this year.
Yeah, so everything around Vegas is at 0% snow water equivalent percent of normal. So horrible conditions. Yeah. But yeah, once you get past Tonopah, basically take Tonopah and go east and west Tonopah. Anything north of Tonopah, you're at over 100% for everything.
Yeah, that's what I get excited about.
So everything is good except for way southern Nevada. The little triangle part comes down in the southeast corner.
Yeah. I don't have any expectations in Nevada other than to apply. And
it's worked well for you.
And just hope, you know what I mean?
Well
I'm hoping one of these years that an elk tag arrives in my inbox.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty great.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah, and it might be another 20 years, who knows?
Or it could be
this year.
This May.
Yeah, it could
Finding
be.
out
It could be. I'm excited about New Mexico coming back. So I think we should have raw results within the next 3 weeks, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, the thing I like about New Mexico is you get your draw results back. Is they color code it, and you either get the red box or the green box, and you don't even really know. You just look at it, scroll down, it's super quick.
Which one's green?
Yeah, which one's green? And you're looking for that green, and then you're trying to figure out which hunt code it is that you actually drew. But I'm always excited to open up the old.
Yeah, New Mexico is always fun to open. Always.
We got other states coming up. I don't know. We need to get too deep, but you got Wyoming, deer and antelope. June 2nd this year. I looked up today.
It's late.
Yeah, which is a couple days later. Yeah. Usually it's like May 30th.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Wyoming. I'm probably going to hold on to my deer points, but I'm going to try to burn some antelope.
Yeah, we were talking about deer. Like I could draw some deer there too, and it's like, what do I do? Been way out the thought process.
That's what's funny about this year is it feels like everything has been so delayed. It feels like those draws are getting more compact towards the spring.
Yeah.
And normally by this time of year, it's like I've got some results back and I've got a lot of applications already in. And then this year I'm like looking down the list. I'm like, man, there's still so many states to apply in.
Yeah. And with no results either.
Yeah. With
none of us have any clue yet.
Yeah. Other than Arizona elk. You know?
Yeah. I could draw any Iowa deer tag. I have like max points in Iowa. Like
it's a good spot to be. I want that tag too.
Yeah, it's just like, when do I want to burn them?
Yeah, you just got to find the right year.
Kansas is coming up too. There's still there's so much coming up. Arizona, deer and sheep. Idaho controlled draws for moose, sheep, goat, and then also Idaho deer, elk, and antelope. June 5th, which I bought the Idaho hunting license this year, so I'll apply for either one. Or do you ever apply for moose, sheep, or goat in Idaho? Either of you?
I always do deer,
elk, and antelope, just because you get more value, 3 for 1. Yeah, I've always been tempted to like apply for a sheep tag, but then
throw that money in your card.
I need a Rocky. So
do you do it?
No, I've always done deer, elk, antelope, but I'm really starting to think about if I'm going to get serious about trying to get a Rocky some way, somehow.
Yeah, that
all the raffles, all that sheep show, all the fancy stuff outside of the draws. Like, why not just do that in Idaho then too?
Yeah,
so
it should be on your list probably if you need a Rocky.
I'm thinking about switching over. This might be the year that I do switch over. Start just doing that. But there's a couple deer and antelope tags that I want in Idaho, though. That's the hard part.
That's the hard part for me is like I would love to draw a sheep tag or moose tag or a goat tag, but then I think I bought the hunting license, and if I bought it, I can apply for 3 species. I can apply for deer, elk, and antelope.
Yeah, there's a deer tag I really want and an antelope tag I really want in Idaho. So it's hard for me to jump over to sheep.
One species.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully.
What would you do if you were me? Would you jump over? I mean, it's my best. I mean, technically, it's my best odds.
I think on years where you've got other things planned, like if you can draw an antelope tag in Wyoming
jump over
and apply for sheep. Yeah. So like the years that were, maybe you're lean, you don't have a deer tag or an antelope tag, then maybe apply for those species in Idaho. But I don't know. That's what I would do.
Sheep this year.
Yeah. But then, I don't have any sheep. So it's like, and I don't really have the bug that bad either. I think I would feel differently if I'd killed a couple sheep and I was like, oh, hey, this thing is like actually within, range. Like if I actually applied for places and, lightning struck and I drew some tags, like I could maybe complete the slam. But for me, I'm like, it's not really on my radar.
This might sound crazy to some people, but I don't have the sheep bug either. not even that you're missing one. Yeah, I want to finish my slam in my hunting lifetime. Like I really do. That is something that I would be very happy with, very proud of, to finish my sheep slam. But sheep, like, yes, I've been lucky enough to draw tags and find cancellation hunts and all this stuff, and I've killed them. But it's just such like a one-off thing to me. It's like every time you walk up to a sheep, you sit there and you're like, man, this might not ever happen again.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get the bug with like pronghorn deer and elk, because then it's like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. That hunt was so awesome. I can't wait for the next one. I have points here. I got points there. I should draw this tag that I really want. So you can get excited about it. With sheep, every time you walk up to one, it's like, this might be the last one ever. Yeah. So it's hard to get excited about it going forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I really don't have that sheep bug that people talk about, because it's just so uncommon. It's like you can't get yourself ramped up for the next one.
Yeah. You can't set your expectations high, or otherwise you're just let down all the time.
Exactly. But I do want to finish my slam. Like I'm in it deep enough now. When I was younger, playing all the raffles and cancellation hunt lists and all that stuff before kids, all that, like, I tried every single way. Now I just do that with Rockies. Try to get a Rocky tag so I can finish it.
Yeah. Brings up a good point. I mean, you said something there that I glommed onto. You said, with kids and life and where you're at.
Yeah. Well, I can't leave on 2 days' notice now.
Sure.
That's what I did with my Dall sheep hunt.
Yeah.
I had 48 hours notice and I left.
Yeah.
Well, how am I going to do that now? You know?
I'm kind of in the same stage. Part of the podcast I wanted to talk about is just like, how are you guys feeling about the upcoming year? And like, are you excited about it? Are you hopeful about it? I mean, how, at this stage in your life, how are you looking at hunting, and are you looking at it differently than maybe you once did?
So you sent out the Slack message yesterday about like, hey, we're going to do the podcast tomorrow. Here's what we're talking about, which was really interesting because it's what's been on my mind. And like I've said it before, you have kids and hunting is different. Like it becomes just different. Well, for the first year ever, it is like truly different for me now with a 6-year-old. Like it's wildly different the way I'm thinking about hunting now as opposed to just when I had kids, which obviously changed it, right? It's just now competitive sports and a lot of them, school, like all this. He's a boy now. Like he's not I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like he's not a baby. He's not a kid. He's a boy. Yeah. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on. And we have these, he's in competitive sports and he loves it and he likes to do good. And we practice in the backyard all the time. And he's always asking me questions. So then if I'm not there, like this is a year I've really noticed, he's already asked me like, how much am I going to be gone this year? He's never asked me that before.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's genuinely different for me right now. That's why I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to do all this. Are
you feeling like internally conflicted about,
I'm an internally conflicted individual. I'm always trying to balance being selfish so I can be happy and a good person and a good version of myself. Cause I know myself well now. I would hope so at as old as I am. Like if I don't do those things, then I just get pissed off and in a bad mood, and I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, no one wants to be around me anyways. So like, why not just go? But at the same time, it's like, okay, where's the cutoff though? Is it 1 backcountry hunt or is it 4? Right? Like where is that cutoff? That's where I'm really, I don't know, trying to battle that. I've always been conflicted about everything though. I was conflicted about, am I going to go to college and play football, or am I going to go to college and hunt? Am I going to do this, or am I going to do, I've always been an internally conflicted person. Always
It's hard to
battling two
navigate.
sides. It is.
Yeah, I feel the same every year. I mean, I get excited, and I'm excited about opportunities that are kind of coming up, and I'm like, oh, this is probably like a once in a lifetime opportunity for me to go and do. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a lot of days away. It's, the responsibility lies on my.
Let me ask you though.
Yeah.
With you, your kids are older than mine.
Sure.
But they're still in their prime. 2 of them are.
Still
Well,
super active.
all 3, but 2 of them are still high school prime, right? Do you see an opening or a light at the end of the tunnel when they're all in college and they're gone and out of the house anyways? To then like,
I have no idea, because it's been so long that I've been in this. Like, my oldest is 19 at this point, and then I've got a 15 and a 12-year-old, and it feels like my life has been this always.
Yeah.
And admittedly, I've been pretty selfish. Like, I've taken a lot of time to
as
hunt.
am I, because I know to come home, I'm better than if I were to not do it at all.
Well, and yeah, I mean, I've had my own personal goals, and I'm like, I'm going to go chase that, and I've done it. And on the back end of it, I felt a lot of guilt and,
same.
Wondering, did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing still? You look at your own life, and like, we're going to New Zealand in May, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of days away from home. It's kind of an abnormal time of year. It's at the end of school year. My wife teaches 5th grade. I already know that, like, I'm going to come back from that and I'm going to feel conflicted. I look at it and I'm like, man, this is really like a once in a lifetime opportunity to go do something personally for me.
Yeah.
But I also know that everything that I do now, it's like a trickle down effect. And I know on the back end of it, like, I'm going to feel guilty. Like, I'll feel bad. I'll feel like, oh, it was hard. I know it was hard. I know it would be hard for him. So it's hard to get as excited as I probably would be if I just had more freedom, if you will, which I'm not wishing for it by any means, but it'll be interesting to see how, when my kids are older, and I don't know what it'll be like.
Looked forward to the light at the end of the tunnel?
I think about it, but then this has been my life. This has been my life for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a long, long time. In fact, here pretty quick, it'll be like, more than half of my lifetime will have been that,
Yeah, so it'll be hard to even think about something
and my
different.
entire adult life has been that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's it's like a balance of wanting to be to like being excited about it and hopeful and looking for opportunities, but then also feeling like this weight of just like, this is my responsibility and I have to be.
Yeah.
You feel differently, Brady?
I didn't have anything to say when you guys were talking about family and kids.
What's it like, Brady? What do you feel like?
That's what when Omar's talking about, 2 days, run 2 days, 2 times a day, whatever. I'm like, bro, I got an hour in the morning. Like, that's it. If I wake up early enough, I have an hour in the morning.
Yeah, and then you're sacrificing sleep.
Oh yeah.
You're sacrificing
in a big
something.
way.
Yeah,
it's
for
sleep
sure.
is what I sacrifice.
For sure. You hopeful for the year?
How
are you feeling about hunting now at this stage in your life? You're getting older.
I am. Yeah, I'll be 40 here in a little bit.
See,
I'll be 30. I'll be 39 in June.
Yeah, you got some time.
But like I was saying about when you guys were talking, like I have a phenomenal year planned out. Like phenomenal.
And now we're on the other side of it.
But phenomenal. But
hey Brady.
But the thing is though, I don't like I told you I haven't applied for Colorado mule deer. I haven't applied for Montana mule deer yet. Mm-hmm. I'm probably not gonna hunt my Utah dedicated tag. I don't know if I'm gonna hunt mule deer this year. And that's becoming a trend a lot more lately because I've said it before. I feel bad going to some of these states and hunting mule deer and just killing a deer to kill a deer.
Well, you don't have to kill them.
I know you don't have to, but that's the thing though. Do I waste my time going chasing dreams that aren't attainable anymore because of what the status of deer is in the West? Like that's what I'm thinking about right now. Like I'm talking about going on a black-tailed deer hunt. When I have points, I could draw a pretty sick mule deer tag, but like I've had hunts in the past where I go and I, kind of scout some deer, kind of don't find any deer. And it's like, that's what I'm conflicted on. Like I love hunting deer. I used to always just line my pocket with mule deer tags. And it's becoming apparent lately that like those things I love to chase, we're not doing so hot. I'm like, sure, I could just go kill deer, and like, sure, they'd be phenomenal deer still. Like, but like, I want the upper age class. I love chasing older age class deer, and I don't find those as much anymore. I don't have the time like a lot of people do to go scout all summer and do all this stuff either. Like, and so that's where I'm conflicted about my season. Like, I have an awesome year, dream season lined up, but I don't know if I'm going to hunt deer, mule deer specifically.
So your dream is to hunt other species besides deer, like elk.
Like elk.
No, my as a dream season, I'm going on some like the New Zealand hunt.
Sure,
like I'm
no, I
hunting,
get what
you know,
you're
blacktails.
saying.
I might hunt a Sitka blacktail. Like I might hunt both blacktails this year. Like,
Oh yeah, that is cool.
like I have like
honestly,
I have
that is cool.
adventure hunts, like
Yeah.
badass adventure hunts.
Yeah.
And I cut my teeth though on badass mule deer adventure hunts. And I'm thinking about one mule deer tag I do have right now. I'm thinking about turning it in, just because I have the other things going on. Like I have a
Can
dream.
I ask what state that is?
No.
Not even the state.
No.
You
Okay.
can ask, but
You ask me, I ain't gonna
Won't get
tell.
the answer.
'Cause
Okay.
I have another hunt in October I'm doing. Like,
is there any part of you that is like,
You won't even tell me the state.
I mean,
huh?
given the way you talk about mule deer and big mule deer, I think we'd probably all agree it's getting a little bit harder to find like a big mule deer. Certainly there's big mule deer still on the landscape,
Yeah.
less of them, I
they're
would
definitely,
say.
yeah. It's not doom and gloom, but
Is there,
Depends on the units, but yeah.
yeah, and depends on, I mean, I've always said like the best place to find a big deer is the unit closest to home, right?
Yeah.
The one that you have that you can put the most time into. But do you look at that at all as like are you excited about a challenge?
I am.
Like, what if I could turn up a
Mhm.
buck like that in an area, even though I know that, you know, there's not a ton of them that exist?
Mhm. And that's
Maybe
why I've always picked up. Most people know I've always said I pick up just shitty tags and I go out and grind it out and find big deer.
But you're less excited about it, though, would you
A
say?
little bit less because I don't see as many deer.
Hmm.
And it's like, yeah, before I never saw that many to begin with either. But now when I'm seeing them, they're forking horns. Like, what am I going to do with the forking horn?
Eat
Like,
it,
literally.
eat it.
Like, I have a lot of meat in my freezer.
Put it in
I'm
your
very
office.
blessed to be able to like
Mount it.
have a good hunt.
Oh, shoulder mount for Brady.
Shoulder mount it.
And then like, I know I have points for other things. So it's like, I am conflicted because I want to hunt them, but it's like, I could just build some points up a little bit. Maybe, you know,
Drop
see-
better unit.
Yeah, maybe wait a little bit, chase some other adventures I want to chase too. Because yeah, I love mule deer. I don't want to just be a mule deer hunter because there's so many other things out there, but I would rather hunt mule deer. But it's like, if I'm going to get an opportunity to go chase a blacktail in Sitka, Alaska, or, you know, go chase one in Oregon or California, like a Columbia blacktail, like that's pretty cool.
That Sitka hunt that you did, that's something I would really want to do.
Like,
It's pretty great.
And I would do that in putting myself in your shoes, Brady. That right now is probably a time that'd be good to do that in November. Take
Yeah.
November out of
sure.
the West.
Late October,
Yeah.
November.
And go up there and do that. I really want to do that hunt. That looked like so much fun.
Let's go do it.
and this,
You want to do it too?
I mean, I'll go. I love Kodiak. It's not for the faint of heart. I know that. Like
That's why I want to do it.
Yeah, it's a much gnarlier hunt than I ever thought it would be. A lot of opportunity. I mean, you'll see a lot of deer. At least in my experience, we did. But the actual like getting there is an adventure. Getting on the beach is an adventure. You know, getting up into the areas where you're actually finding deer. You know, evading bears is always fun. And just that whole dynamic, but it's a super physical hunt.
You want to know why I want to do it?
Why?
Because all of those things you just said,
Yeah.
we don't do.
Yeah.
Like that's all.
Sure.
Getting on the beach and accessing.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
Yeah,
I
you
want to go. I
definitely-
want to go do it.
You feel small when you're out there. You get
Yeah.
on that landscape and you look at the world differently. You're like, man, I'm just a speck. Like there's so much country and it's so big and gnarly and wild. And you see killer whales in the ocean and see
Yeah, I wanna
otters
do this.
and sea ducks and
That's the other thing I need to do too.
giant brown bears.
Kill some sea ducks.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Maybe I
it's,
could time the two.
It's an adventure. Yeah, it's one I think everybody should should look into. It's
You guys want to kill some sea ducks? I'll look into if we can do both at the same time, because then that would really
yeah,
make
that's
me
on
go
my
up there.
agenda. I want to talk about the duck wagon here
Oh,
in a
yeah.
minute, but yeah, it's awesome, and I think this would be a good year to do it. Try it.
yeah, there's just so much thing to do. Like,
How about next year?
Even a caribou hunt.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, I got a caribou bug too. I really want to go do a caribou hunt. It's
Dude,
like,
I will tell you, because that cancellation doll hunt I went on it was combo everything. So I killed a caribou too. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, they're
That,
cool.
that caribou hunt was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
cool.
I really want to, I want to kind of get the Super 10 here eventually. I just need, if I recall what I need, three left. I have a sheep, I need a caribou, and then I need a bison or muskox.
Hmm.
And I kind of want to do the deer slam. And I just
Your
need both.
U doesn't count?
I'll be maybe the first person to put a U on there.
put a
But
U in
I think technically it might.
Hey.
It might. I should ask them. So I just need to find a bison or muskox hunt eventually to draw or, do one, and then caribou, and then if I get both blacktails, I'll have a deer slam because I have a coos, mule deer, whitetail already. So I'm just trying to do, I don't know, adventure things. Like I love chasing adventure, and I still love the mule deer adventure. But maybe I'll chase some things for a little bit, see how the mule deer landscape is, and it's conflicting for me. But like I said, I have a phenomenal season. It's going to be great. But
do you have goals for the year?
Just chase adventures, chase big mountains.
Just adventures in mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Lorenzo, any hunting goals related?
This year? Honestly, again, as dumb as this might sound, my goal is to manage the family and hunt side as well as you possible. Can. Yeah. Last year that was a lot last year. And the year before that, honestly. That was a lot. I mean, my son was born in November. I left to Mexico in January and then again in February. I gave her all the December though, so little credit there, right? And then the 16-day backcountry hunt into 7 days later, I'm back in New Mexico I was on an antelope hunt out there for 7 days, came home for 15 days, 16-day backcountry hunt, which is very hard on the family. I'm sure you can attest to that. The in-reach texting just is not the same as being in service, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then was home for 7 days and then back out for the Oryx for another 7 or 8 days. That's during school, sports, everything. My goal is to not do that again this year. Think a little more ahead this year.
Good goal.
But I drew an Oryx tag. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Every once in a while those come along and you're
New Mexico
gotta
antelope,
go.
elk, and Oryx. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I applied for them. What are you going to do?
Yeah, gotta go. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. My goal, I want to kill an elk with a bow again.
Well, that
there you go.
I mean, as far as goals, yes.
Yeah.
I'm 2 years of Omar killing and me not. So yes, that's a major goal.
That one's high on the list.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Major goal.
Yeah, kill an elk with a bow, kill an antelope with a bow. Mine are pretty much the same every year. Kill an elk with a bow is always kind of the top of the list.
Yeah, you're consistent.
Yeah.
See, I'm truly conflicted. I go back and forth all the time. I'm not as consistent as that.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to try to kill. I always try to. I want to kill the best bull in my life if I can. Some cases it's just probably not going to exist in the areas I have tags for, but that's always my objective. Just a nice 6-point bull with my bow, and then that's really where my heartbeat is. It's just it's always archery elk with a. It's just I don't know. I think it's my favorite thing.
The older I get, that's definitely mine.
Yeah. Those interactions are just irreplaceable. You gotta have them every year. Brady, you gotta.
No, I don't think so.
You gotta have them.
Dude,
I've never killed an elk with a bow.
Why not?
I don't know if I ever
that
will.
should be your goal for the year.
A big bull with a bow.
Why
I've never killed any bull. I've never killed any bull. I've never even killed a cow with my bow. I've killed a lot of cows with my
killing
rifle.
a 6-point with your bow. There is just you can't compare it to anything.
I'd rather hunt elk late season in the snow.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
What? No.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No. Temperatures are better.
There's really nothing.
Adventure side is way higher.
No.
Yeah. I don't know about the adventure side.
Yeah.
How?
Love going back to a nice little teepee with a stove, melting snow, struggling. Adventure.
It's just a different kind of struggle with a bow.
Like elk hunting in September is like going to the beach and it's hot and it's miserable and there's bugs.
Not if you're in the high country. Dude, I got snowed on for 5 days this last year. It was cold as all hell this last elk hunt I was just on.
Do you really have no interest at all in killing a bull elk with a bow?
No. I don't. The bugling sure is kind of cool, but elk are just a bunch of noisy frat boys.
It's kind of cool. It's the coolest thing out there.
There's a bunch of noisy frat boys. That's what elk are.
Oh, come on.
It really is. I'm being serious. I would rather hunt them in the snow. There
is something so special about communicating with a 1,000-pound animal and getting him mad and coming to you. There's not that happens all the time, but there's a couple that stick out in my mind where I've pissed them off enough that they come in actually mad, not just curious, but actually mad.
Bugle in your face.
It is the coolest. It's the coolest thing on planet Earth.
I'm glad there's people out there at elk hunt because that means maybe there'll be less people mule deer hunting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but people say, "Oh, well, you build a lot of points for elk." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to draw the best tags in the West for elk," and like that's a fun hunt to me. But
everybody's different. I just don't understand that one because that one for me is like
it's the ultimate.
It's like almost the epitome of my entire life.
I know we're going to talk about it eventually, but
it's up near the top. Like that dynamic of a bull elk coming in screaming and being. Here's the thing: is like. When else do you get that close to an animal? Like you can literally be within feet of a 1,000-pound animal
with
you know?
5-foot swords on its head.
Yeah, with giant antlers. It just for me, it's like so amazing. So it's hard for me to understand.
We're going to get into it eventually, but if you watch the bear film we just released, there's a quote in there where I say, "I would rather be bear hunting than elk hunting any day of the year." And Omar and I have this little like back and forth a little bit.
You're just nuts, dude. I don't know what else to say.
It's just real, man. I enjoy hunting the animal that I'm hunting at the time. I'll say that. When I had my dream elk tag, that was so fun. When I had an audit hunt, so fun. When I have an antelope hunt, so fun. But like if I could choose, elk would not be up there unless it's a badass elk hunt and I burn some sweet points on it.
Trail, what?
I don't know.
It has to be
I
late
don't even
season.
know what to say.
Just listening to this, I'm like
I could draw. I could draw some
nothing.
archery elk tags, like really good ones, and I'm not even trying to because I don't enjoy that part of it. I'd rather go with the muzzleloader rifle and hunt in a hard time of year
in the snow.
In the snow, I love the snow. Grew up in Minnesota.
I lived
near Canada most of my whole entire life.
The snow. The older I get, the less I like hunting in it.
Which valid for you. I'm a desert rat, so it's like the snow to me is like this. So I only get it so much in my life. I really enjoy the snow, but not to hunt elk in.
It's way easier too to worry about meat. Like, I don't have to rush it out here right now because it's cold out.
Valid.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not screaming. You can't communicate with them.
You don't get close
to
them.
The communicating thing to me is frustrating because it's all luck. Like, there's that bugle over there. Sounds nice. Let's go for that one. Ends up being a raghorn, where the other bull over here we should have went after and probably could have gotten it quicker. Like, it's just a luck thing. Just listening to bugles and going after them. They're not talking. How are you going to kill them?
There's ways.
I don't know what to. I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing for that.
I'm just a head scratcher for me.
I think it'd be fun to spot on stock bulls with the bow.
The unknown of being in the timber and calling back and forth and hearing those branches break, and you don't know if it's a 6-point or a 4-point, and it's just like coming out of the depth. There's nothing comparable to that.
I'd rather still hunt mule deer in the dark timber.
Come on.
Still
hunting mule deer in the timber, it might be the worst form of hunting.
In some snow and just tracking deer.
That might be the worst form of hunting for me.
I'd rather read the encyclopedia.
Than still hunt mule deer in the snow and the timber.
Can you even get encyclopedias anymore?
Still, no.
That might be my absolute least favorite hunt on planet Earth.
Yeah, I agree.
Still hunting
Brady,
mule deer.
You're wacko.
Yeah. The funny thing is though,
I got excited when you were talking.
Like,
like the
older I get,
the thought of an elk bugling and you can't quite see it, but it's close because you can feel it. You can feel the reverb
breaking.
You hear the sticks popping.
Oh, he's coming.
You hear a cow mew maybe, and you're like, oh man, they are so close. And then you see like that first flash of hide. You see that dark muzzle, and he's just popping his head out. You see eye guards sticking out, and he's like working the timber. It's like.
That is the epitome.
Up on top of a ridge, glass in the snowstorm. All of a sudden, see an antler tine bedded in the trees, and it's a big old mule deer bus laying there. And you're like, I have to cross all these cliffs. It's snowing. I might die. I might like not be able to get any water that night because everything's frozen. Like that's a fun hunt.
Yeah, that what you just said is way better than still hunting them in the timber. That sounds more enjoyable. Still, though, not as enjoyable as the elk.
I'd probably rather track a mule deer in the desert than hunt bugling bulls.
Oh, I would. No. What'd you just say?
Track a mule deer in the desert.
I jumped on that way too fast. I thought you were going to say.
First. Let's make a podcast clip.
I thought you said we would rather track mule deer in the desert than hunt them.
No, than hunting
still
elk.
Hunt them in the forest.
No, I was saying track them in the desert rather than hunting elk too.
No, that is not true. I would not rather do that.
Fun adventure.
I would rather track them in the desert with a bow than hunt them in the forest with snow on the ground.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just like a loss of words, Brady. I don't get it.
Me too.
But good on you. Let's talk about your bear hunt, though.
Bear hunt.
You brought up bear hunting. You love bear hunting. We just put out a bear film.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of it?
Quittings
Not in the blood.
Not in the blood.
Quitting's not in the blood.
Yep, quitting's not in the blood, and that came from a quote from 14 Peaks.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
we've been watching 14 Peaks the whole time. I watched it before I downloaded it. Before I went out there.
Are you going bear hunting this year?
I don't think so.
Is that tugging at your heartstrings?
Yeah, it does. But it's like, again, it's like we, so the whole, so we're going to New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
You, me, Omar, and Joe.
Yep.
And so if you've seen the film, you realize how many ticks there are out there. And we'll get into ticks
Gross.
and all that stuff. And so like Omar and I were talking about, like, we're going to run this back.
Do you think
like,
there's ticks in New Zealand?
No.
I haven't even looked.
I hope not. But so we were talking, we're like the idea of New Zealand kind of came out of our bear hunt last year, because like every year we go and there's just more and more ticks. Like there's so many ticks, and it's like we get frustrated with them, even though we have to live with them every single day. So like, let's just do, maybe we'll do something else. Like if nothing else, we'll come back and we'll go do a bear hunt somewhere, but maybe let's try to see if we can do a New Zealand hunt. So we kind of like bred out of that, but like, because we're going to New Zealand, it's because we're going to be gone for so long. Like, I'm not going to go bear hunting. I really want to, but I just feel bad, like, being gone again. Like, my girlfriend's just moving in same time.
Oh, boy.
Like, we're going to be gone to New Zealand, and then, like, missing bear
You guys are
season
going
is
to
tough.
cohabitate, huh? Nice.
Yeah, so.
Big step.
Yeah. So I got a lot of things going on in the spring. So, like, I love bear hunting, but I don't think it's going to be in the cards.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to go bear hunting, like, obviously I don't live in a spot where I can just go over the weekend. So, like, it has to be, like, an adventure hunt in 5+ days.
What do you remember most from this bear hunt, the film we just put out?
What do I remember most?
Yeah, like what's your favorite moments?
Favorite moments are just literally, like I said, the struggle, the nasty terrain,
Look pretty steep.
yeah, I love that stuff. I love, like we were talking earlier, I love adventure hunts. I love the putting on the miles, beating up your body, climbing up big cliffs, like hunting in cliffs, like trying to walk around in it, like the thought process about like, oh, why are we doing this? But like at the same time, we just love the adventure and like pushing our bodies every single day. Like I love that about bear hunting.
Yeah. I hadn't watched it, and so I watched it yesterday actually for the first time, and internally within the Slack channels, people have been like, way too many ticks. There's too many ticks in this video.
And then the funny thing
And
is,
I was like, there can't be that many ticks. So I watched it. There's a lot of
There's a
lot of
ticks.
footage of ticks.
Yeah.
You can almost call it a tick hunt. I mean,
It does make your skin crawl a little bit.
Yeah.
At least mine.
I kept telling him to put more of them in because we had a lot more where we like got back at night and we were throwing them on the GOHUNT titanium stove.
Yeah.
And like just let them pop everywhere.
my
like,
opinion, I don't want to see any more ticks in that video.
and they started cutting them out. I was like, bro, add more ticks. Like this is like, that's part of the hunt.
I agree. It is part of it.
It's
But it
like-
makes your skin crawl as is.
Yeah. You see the one comment on YouTube? It's like every time you guys see a tick, like take a shot. We can make
Yeah.
this into a drinking game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put somebody in the hospital.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, a lot of ticks.
You got a lot of comments about people asking you about Lyme disease.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about Lyme disease? Any fear of Lyme disease?
So the biggest thing I'll touch on first, which I joked on in the film too, like every year people are like, oh, you're an idiot. You should spray your clothes, dumbass. Like you should use
Brady, why
permethrin,
aren't you doing
dumbass.
Yeah.
And
Why don't you
like-
do that, Brady?
I know. And so like every year I post these like little tick reels on Instagram. The one right now has over 6 million views. Fucking blew up on Instagram. And everyone comments. I like literally meant right in there. Like I use permethrin. Okay. Let's get this out of the way first of all. I spray all my clothes with permethrin. I've tried all the brands. I even had Sawyer's reach out to me on Instagram and be like, hey, we saw you mentioned use Sawyer's and it didn't work. Let's try to work together on figuring out why it doesn't work. I'm like, your product doesn't have enough permethrin in it. I have to go to a horse feed store and I get high strength stuff that has a little bit more permethrin in it. Because I think the permethrin in Sawyer's is like I don't want to quote it. It's really low.
Can't they legally only go to a certain level though?
Maybe
'Cause
for a commercial
it's-
thing, but like I can get it at a feed store and it's actually higher percentage.
Does it have a smell to it?
No, not really. I remember. So like I spray all my clothes before I go out. And everyone on the internet right now, you'll see like it's going to be spring. People are going turkey hunting. People are going bear hunting. They're like, oh yeah, you can spray your clothes once and it lasts for 3 months. And you can even throw your clothes in the wash and the permethrin still lasts. Like it's like, I always say this on my tick post. It's like sunscreen. You put sunscreen on, you can still get burned. It's just a little preventative for a little bit. I can put deodorant on and I can still smell. Like you're still going to smell me. I can, do all these little things And yeah, they work. I can put mosquito spray on. I'm still gonna get bit by mosquitoes. It's not an end all be all.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people say permethrin, like, oh, you need to put it on, I do soak my clothes. I lay them all out, spray them all down, flip them over, spray them all down again. Do this multiple times. My clothes are set. But when you're out there, I don't know if it's just the area I go or what's going on. And people hate when I talk about like the temperatures are getting warmer and warmer all the time. Okay. Temperatures are getting warmer in the West. You can literally see these ticks on the ground. People are like the ticks in these areas I go to. Okay. There's game trails. The vegetation on a game trail on a steep slope. So the blades of grass are leaning downhill. All the ticks are smart. Like, no joke.
Yeah, they got one job.
They got one job to get on here.
Find
So if there's a game trail, the ticks aren't on the downhill side because those blades of grass are leaning over where an animal's not going to catch them on. All the ticks are on the uphill side on the blades of grass. We are literally looking down at the ground and seeing 5 to 15 ticks on one blade of grass leaning over, and you're literally taking your foot and going up and over, and while you're walking, you're looking at the ground. I don't know if people have actually experienced ticks like I have in these bear places. It's not like, 5 ticks, and if it lands on your clothes, people are like, the permethrin will just kill them right away and they fall off. These ticks are literally 10 to 15 strong on blades of grass falling on you. That's why you see the video of the gators. There's like 50 ticks on my gators, like right where the gator meets the pant. Like they're just falling on everywhere. Every branch you look at, you'll see ticks on it. And so like while you're walking, it's like a death trap of like laser beams across the thing. If you go across it, you're gonna get your leg cut off. You have to like hop over all these freaking ticks as you're going. And like when I go and kill my bear, I say like, I saw all those ticks on the trail. I just had to go right through them all on this game trail because like I need to go kill that bear. You can literally see all these little black dots everywhere you go. And so like spraying clothes is super, super important. I'm not trying to make it like...
Does it work? Does it work then?
I don't think it works as well as it can. And the thing too, it's like...
Does it work a little bit?
It probably works a little bit. So guys who are going like, if you're going turkey hunting out of your house or you're going bear hunting from a cabin every single day and get back, maybe you can reapply your clothes. But when you're doing like stream crossings, when you're busting through brush, when it's snowing on you, when it's raining on you, and you're literally going through nasty brush all the time, I don't know if it's like beating on your clothes, but people say you can like wash your clothes and the permethrin still lasts in your clothes. I don't believe that. I think it's definitely good. I'm not trying to make a joke out of ticks. Ticks and Lyme disease is a nasty thing, but it's like use all the things, use it all, but understand it's not an end all be all, especially when I'm in a place like where I'm at. I'm not going to say where I was. Everyone keeps asking me, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Because like I'll never go there again. It's like they're being funny, but like there's just ticks everywhere in this place. Everywhere you look, there's ticks. And we get to like a certain mileage in here, and the ticks become more and more. It's like really, really weird. Like there's not many at the beginning, but once we get further and further in, they just become everywhere. You can, like I said, you can literally see them on the ground. Everywhere you look, there'll be ticks.
So what is the common, like, what is the best case? Like, what are you supposed to do? Do you tuck your pants into your socks, into your boots, gaiters? I wear light colored clothing. I used to wear camo. Now I wear solids all the time because I want to be able to see the ticks. So I think solid clothes. So you can pick them off. So you can see them instantly. Yeah, but what else do you do for prevention? Anything else that you can do? Spray. I wear gaiters. I am constantly, every time I see them, I'm stopping and picking them off. I'm constantly, if I stop the glass, I'm lifting up my shirt, checking all my... That would ruin a hunt for me. Parts of your body, constantly picking them out of your hair. Like you just constantly have to be cautious of it. Yeah, sure. Like there's clothes, you can tuck them in, but like like I said, they're everywhere on your body. Like everywhere. Like they're calling up your gaiters, you're calling up your pants. They start from the bottom and work their way up. So I always start looking below, and I feel like if I can get rid of them before they get past my knee, I'm pretty good. Once they get up higher, they'll start like going underneath your shirt, and maybe you could tuck your shirt in, but like they'll find their way into anything. Like throughout that whole video, the film, you can see. Like I'll be talking or whatever, Omar will be talking, all of a sudden I see ticks just like crawling all over the place, crawling on your neck, crawling on your shirt. And it's like, we're not trying to get into the ticks, and we're really taking duct tape and just like picking them off as we can. People are like, oh, you should have lint rollers. Sure. But like, there's just ticks everywhere. You duct tape around your sleeves? I mean, you probably can, but then anybody do that? They're going to be all sweaty and nasty. So I guess it's a big deal, and that's a scary thing. But like, I'm sure other places are different. Like out west, for the most part, and I'm not a tick expert by any means. We've talked about before. It'd be sick to have an actual tick expert maybe on the podcast. But like, there's a lot of these western states don't have Lyme disease. They could have other things.
Yeah,
like,
what's the one where you can't eat red
alpha-gal?
meat? Yeah, alpha-gal.
Ooh, that one sounds awful.
Yeah, like I would.
That sounds worse than Lyme disease.
Literally, that'd be the worst thing ever if I couldn't eat meat because that's all I eat. I hate vegetables.
Yeah, like you develop some kind of thing where you can't eat red meat.
Yeah,
and
you have an allergy to
not
that.
to get on the subject too, but you see a lot of people. So like that reel I posted has 6 million views. So every now and then I have to like literally turn Instagram notifications off. Constantly, I'm getting comments. It's been shared like 150,000 times. Like there's a lot of crazy comments on there, but there's a lot of them that I'm like, is this really true? It's like the whole like, did we land on the moon type theory? So like people are saying that like we developed Lyme disease, like governments did.
Yeah, I've seen
during
that.
the Cold War.
I've seen it floating around.
Yeah, like it's been from a lab.
I haven't seen that before. I'm going to do some research.
Yeah,
on that
I've
one.
heard.
So I don't know why. I'm not really trying to put it out there as a conspiracy theorist guy, but I've been seeing it more and more in these comments.
I would love to find out about this conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I've heard that being floated. I don't know the truth of it or not. I read some things today on my way down that would maybe go against that. So the one side I said Lyme disease thought to have originated in Europe and spread to the United States in the early 1900s. It says the disease was first identified in 1975 in Lyme, Connecticut, where a cluster of children developed arthritis and other symptoms, which I think is probably because it occurred in the late 70s in one single area. I think that has tied into people kind of thinking that it might have come from a lab that we created it because it did start in a cluster in Connecticut and it's named after this town called Lyme. It's a bacterial infection. I didn't know. I'd always thought that Lyme disease was incurable, like that you got it and you got it for life. I read today that it basically is like if you get it treated early, like some people will develop like lifelong symptoms, fatigue, headaches, those kinds of things, joint pain. But for the most part, if you get on antibiotics early within like the first few days, it's like 95% curable with no issues whatsoever.
And so, Kira, maybe I'll jump into some stuff too about this. So, since I know where I'm going is just loaded with ticks, and I've done this for a while now, no matter what state I go into, I have friends now who have some connections with doctors, or I've gone to
Drug dealers.
doctor. What?
Drug dealers.
Drug dealers, yeah. And I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be going bear hunting. That's what I first did. Can you prescribe me something so when I get back, it kills everything in my body?
Like a Z-Pack?
I don't know, but I don't even know what that is.
Do you take it when you get back then?
Yes.
You do?
So I get prescribed doxycycline. Okay. And doxycycline is used to treat bacterial infections in the body. Okay. So I don't take it on the hunt because literally one of the biggest warning things on
the sun, right?
The sun. It says avoid prolonged exposure to the sunlight. Okay. So I got back a couple years ago from a bear hunt and then I went scouting for sheep because when Remy Warren drew a sheep tag here in Nevada, and there's obviously sun everywhere in Nevada, and I got torched.
Yeah.
Like I was literally just, my body just ached everywhere. Like I felt like I was sick. And because like the long exposure to the sun while being on doxycycline. So you don't want to take it on the hunt. So instantly when I get back, I'll start taking this stuff like Skittles. Like literally all the correct doses, because I have it pulled up right here from the CDC about doxycycline. Is doxycycline safe for the patient? A single dose of doxycycline has been shown to reduce the frequency of Lyme disease after a high-risk tick bite and is safe for people of all ages, including young children. Obviously, make sure doxycycline is good for you. Go to the doctor and figure all that stuff out and get it prescribed to you. So it's like, is it end-all-be-all? Probably not. But it's like I literally said, I want to kill everything in my body after a week-long bear hunt out there. And also the things I've read, as long as you're removing ticks within 72 hours after they bite you, you're okay. Obviously, you don't want the tick to be engorged with blood. If that's the case, you could be...
Yeah, this one I read said 36 hours. If you're within 36 hours of attachment, because that's the time it takes for Lyme disease bacteria to be effectively transmitted. I went on to read, it said, yeah, same thing. If it doesn't look like it's engorged, meaning swollen with blood, it's less likely that it has the capability of resulting in Lyme disease.
Yeah. So a lot of people on there like, do you get bit by ticks? I'm like, yeah, I got bit by hundreds of ticks. Like, no joke. But like, you're getting like, what do you consider a bite? Like a little bite, I just like slightly pull on it. Is that a bite where it's like
God,
barely
my
on my
neck
skin?
is itching all of a sudden.
I don't like it.
And so like, as long as you're pulling them off right away, that's what I mean. Like every time you stop the glass, every time before you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, there's probably been ticks crawling on us because we sleep in a Florida shelter. And you got to pick them off right away. So it's like doing your due diligence to pick them off. But it's like, yeah, this thing from the CDC says 72 hours. I have seen things like you said, like 30 some hours before, but it's like just removing them constantly. And like, yeah, you don't want them, you know, obviously like you see on your dog when they're like pooped up like that, that's bad. Like if you ever take like that in your body, like I don't know if you should be able to feel that, I would think.
I think.
Like someone's biting you that bad. Because like you feel a mosquito when it's starting to go, you can feel it and slap it.
Depends on where it's at, I guess. I actually read, this is interesting. I read that ticks, when they bite, they naturally emit like a numbing agent. So that you don't feel it. Yeah, which is interesting.
These dirty little bastards, man.
Yeah.
The other thing I thought was interesting that I read today about Lyme disease, that it said it's the most common vector-borne disease in the U.S. with an estimated 476,000 people diagnosed and treated each year. Almost 500,000 people.
Brutal.
Don't like that.
It says, I thought this is interesting. Meanwhile, the economic burden of Lyme disease in the U.S. is between 345 million and 968 million each year. Average patient cost per infection is about $1,200. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. That is crazy.
And Brady's volunteering himself to go out there
and go do that
and roam around in it.
So that is the little worst thing about bear hunting.
Have you ever thought about shaving your head before you go? Or your beard?
That'd probably be really smart. Because they are in my hair. I'll tell you that. They're in your hair, they're in your beard, they're everywhere. You get them in your armpit.
Yeah, they love thin skin, right? So they head for all your nether regions.
So yeah, it's something to be very concerned about and something not to joke about, and you should do everything you can to get rid of it. But like I said,
did the bear that you killed have a bunch on it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So my taxidermist, Calvin and Robin, Trophy Room Taxidermy, they always joke like, oh, Brady and Omar getting back from a bear hunt, great. They're gonna have ticks everywhere, and we'll throw them in their freezer, and then they pull these bear hides out of the freezer and start prepping them, and these ticks just come back alive, and they're just like crawling all over the place. They're loaded.
I
feel bad for
devil
bears.
Bugs.
Yeah,
Man.
You feel bad for them?
Yeah, living with ticks all the time.
They don't seem to notice. I read today that you can throw your clothing like after you get home from a hunt in a dryer, like on high heat for 15 minutes. It's supposed to.
And then what do you do with the ticks afterwards? You have to go crawl on your dryer.
You
and
get them in
out?
your lint trap. And you see if they come back to life. But it's supposedly supposed to take care of them, which I didn't know that. I don't know how true it is.
Send it down to the bottom of the pool or something.
Yeah. And one of the other biggest tips I'll give too. So like obviously I said solid colored clothing, spraying yourself, doing all that, having someone else there to look for ticks. Like Omar and I are constantly like, picking ticks off each other, like on your clothing on the outside while we're sitting there glassing.
How far did you take it?
Yeah, we're not. No, we don't.
That's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah. Everybody's thinking it.
Brad Paisley.
Anybody?
Brad Paisley's on to checking for ticks.
Anybody that's listening to this podcast just straight away thought the same thing. Yeah. Brady and Omar had a together.
The thing I really like to do is on one of my zippered pockets on my pant, I'll carry a lighter. And so if you see ticks while you're glassing, I'll set down a little rock and I'll start piling ticks on the rock and just take the lighter and burn them, send them back to hell. And that way I know, like, because you'll see me sometimes I'll just like flick them when I'm really annoyed and just like send them. But like I swear they keep coming back up to you. Like if you flick them and get them away, like there's more that just keep crawling. Like we're literally sitting down in spots where we look down first. We don't see any ticks there. We plop ourselves down and all of a sudden we just see ticks crawling from somewhere out of the earth, falling on us. I don't know where they're coming from.
Middle Earth.
Yeah, literally.
And so I carry a lighter. That way I know I'm actually killing them. But we've also seen it before where I put them all in a big pile. And all of a sudden I look down. I'm like, there's a tick that's alive on that pile. And he's grabbing ticks and pulling them away. Like, where'd that live one come from? And why is he grabbing a tick and pulling it away that is torched? Like, I don't know, man.
There's no part of this that is a deterrent for you?
I mean, I'm very concerned about it because I do put myself out there every single year for long durations of time in literally tick hell. Like we have a spot where we camped last year. We called it tick camp because there was just so many ticks.
I don't think a bear would do it for me if this were the case. I don't know.
Yeah. And so I love bear hunting, but this is literally the worst part about it. The ticks. And then you're like, you get back out, get in your vehicle, start driving home, and you're just like, oh my gosh. And you got a tick on you and you're flicking it out the window and then you get home and all your meat and your bear hide and like you gotta go to get your bears checked in. And I always feel bad for game wardens checking in the bears and the ticks are just crawling all over the place. And then I have them text me later like, hey, like I just had a tick in my hair. Like oh my gosh, I feel so bad.
It sounds horrible. Yeah. Literally horrible.
Yeah. Bear hunt's fun though. I love bear meat, love bear fat and all that stuff. But yeah, the ticks were horrible. Wow. So film's awesome though.
Yeah, film's been well received. People seem to be digging it. Yeah. Like it. Did you guys self-film that?
Yeah, we self-filmed it.
Didn't have a camera guy?
No.
Yep.
It's really like, I'm sure, you know, I'm not going to be mean or anything, but like, it's so rugged and so like, is a place you have to be mentally prepared for. Like, and you have to be mentally prepared for the ticks. Like, you have to, like, that's why I really love hunting with Omar, because now he's doing his 100-mile race. I love running as well. Like, we love savage things. Like, the best part about it is like, you can, when you're hunting with people, you can talk yourself out of going after animals. We've all talked about it before. Like, oh, that's too far away. Like, I'm not going to go there. Like, we literally saw a bear once that was, I don't know, 2.5, 3 miles away, and we had to drop a bunch of elevation, climb, like cross a stream, climb up more elevation, and then drop down and get up to go kill this bear. We killed this bear, and then we literally got back at like 3-something in the morning. And like, no time during that, we were like, we probably shouldn't be doing this. This is stupid. Our camp's way like 5 miles away. We're now like, you know, going to go even further. So camp's probably going to be 8 miles. We have to do this all in the dark, get back there. We're going to kill a bear. Like, none of that thoughts ever crossed our mind. We're just like, yeah, see a bear, let's go get it. Mm-hmm. And like, we're dropping down some of these like super steep ab chutes. And one of the funnest things in the film is at one point you'll see me surfing on scree. Like, it's literally so steep.
Like when you're a little kid.
Like I'm literally surfing on the scree. And I'm just
like you're slalom skiing.
You get to do it in sheep country a lot. Like up north, it's the best. Dude.
I'm trying to keep my balance. We're getting lower and lower. All of a sudden, the water's coming up. I'm like, I got to start slowing down. Like, I'm trying not to fall on my rifle and all that stuff. Like, that's what I love. And then we turn around and like,
it's amazing how fast you can go. Like, it's unreal how much elevation you can drop in a street field. It's amazing.
What's really funny too, the whole time I'm telling Omar, I'm like, because we carry rafts back there and stuff too, but a lot of time we stash a raft in a certain spot because like we might not need it in this section, but if we need it, we can go back and grab it. Like, we have gear caches all along the way, like tons of gear. But like, I'm like, Omar, you realize right now that like it's spring, and every single day that passes, like, yeah, sure, we can cross the stream right now with our legs. But like, you realize 5 days from now, 3 days from now, even like every single day it goes by, if it's hot out, that water's going up
higher.
Yeah.
And our raft's on the other side now. Like, we're way past that. And so we have to find new spots to cross. And then it becomes another dangerous thing. Like, even the spot I marked on the map, like, this is a safe crossing, later on it wasn't. And so like, that's the cool part I love about it. Like, it's just constant thought process, constant hunt planning, constant logistics, constant just like, how do we survive? How do we thrive? How do we find bears? Like, and we didn't find a lot of bears in this hunt. Like, it was actually one of the least amount of bears I had seen in this. And so like, I don't know if I'm going to go back, find a new area, but like.
Did you rug this bear?
No, I just got this one soft hand.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like they're so expensive to rug. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, I had one of my bigger ones a couple of years ago, did that one, but like, I love bear hides and just like hanging them over things or hanging them from their nose. And it's like, the next one I want to rug, I really want to try to get, you know, like close to a 7-foot black bear. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be so cool. Get a big old one. Maybe I have to go to, you know, a place like Alaska or something like that for it. Cause like the place we go doesn't have big bears, like long bears. Like, they get decent skulls, but they're not long. They're just big mountain bears. They're not eating on trash. They're not like doing any of that stuff. Like, they're just mountain bears. It's just what they have to eat up there in the vegetation and whatever else they find. So like, they don't get giant. Like, they're old, but they just don't get the size as other places. But it's just fun. No one's out that time of year too. Like, we don't see anyone. Like, it's just a fun hunt.
I don't know, man. The ticks, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know.
So out.
I'm into it. How's your duck wagon coming?
It's good.
I saw that on the off season. I didn't even know if that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's really not, but it's a thing to me. It's for sure a thing for me. Yeah, I drive it every day.
Do you really?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I was going to ask you.
2000.
A 2000? Mm-hmm. How many miles does it have on it?
90.
What?
Yeah. I found it with 86.
No way.
Yeah, I've been driving it every day, though. It's in incredible shape. That's why I ended up buying it. Yeah.
The thing is 25 years old, and it had 80,000 miles on it.
86, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just parked, huh?
Must have been. It's used. It's obviously used. Don't get me wrong. But like, it's in great shape.
Huh.
But it's as far as waterfowl hunting goes, it's like I said in the off-season film, you put a dog in a dog kennel in the cab, and you know, most people put him in the bed. I can't do that. Dog's riding in the cab with me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him back there freezing, wind, all that stuff, driving through all that shit. But with the excursion, you can put 8 people comfortably in the cab with the dog in a crate.
Gotcha.
You know, just you put I mean, really even 3 people into a pickup cab and it gets tight quick, like really quick. So yeah, I was trying to find like the best option for a duck wagon, and it's obviously the Excursion. I mean, it's the F-250 body. You know what I mean? It's like same motor, same body, same everything. It's just fully enclosed.
You got to be looking forward to getting that out this coming year,
wait.
huh?
I'm like jonesing bad.
Is camo going to be big enough to like?
It'll be
early for him.
It'll be early. Like I'm definitely pushing the limits on.
But you'll still get him out.
Yeah, like I made really good friends. Well, I shouldn't say really good friends. He'll probably think I'm weird for that. But I made friends with this guy named Roddy Best. He's a professional dog trainer. Has got Best Retrievers is his company, and he's like top of the top SRS series, like the Super Retriever series, like master dog handler. You know what I mean? I met him at the Hunt Expo, and we'd been talking about camo quite a bit and talking about just his breed and all this stuff. So anyways, I've had his, luckily, and I'm super thankful, he's gave me his cell phone number. So I've just been texting him back and forth and asking questions about him, sending him videos, all this stuff. But he's doing awesome. Yeah. It's just definitely pushing the limits on being 1 year old and going. But like I told Roddy, like my expectations really are hold steady and go get a bird. Like that's it for this first season. I mean, obviously
you got to be looking forward to that.
Oh, beyond. I mean, look, you guys know this about me. I don't know how many people know this about me. So if I've said it, I apologize for saying it again, but my true addiction in hunting is waterfowl hunting. Yeah. Like I'm more addicted to waterfowl hunting than anything. I'm not going to say I enjoy it as much as calling in a bull. Sure. Like that's the enjoyability of things, but the addiction side of it, waterfowl for me is like, I am a true addict for waterfowl. Like it gets in your blood and you can't do anything about it unless you go hunting, and you have so many days to do it. And there's so many options and like, and then there's it's incredible. Then there's the dog aspect. That's what I mean. The dog handling. There's all the planning and prep. There's the duck wagon. There's the dog everything. Camo. I mean, there's finding. I'm building a trailer. I got a 24 by 8.5 foot enclosed trailer. Yeah. That we're gonna build out. I'm gonna build like a little locker room in the front of it, and then the first 6 foot is gonna be a locker room, V-nose 24 foot enclosed, and then the back. What's that? 24 minus 8 or 24 minus 6. So 18 feet is going to be all gear, like all stackable shelves and gear for decoys and blinds and all that shit. Cause obviously living in Vegas, like going to have to be a traveling duck hunter, right? Like I can't be doing this out of my back door. Yeah. So the whole concept is like the traveling Western duck hunter, just like we travel and hit the road and go scout and go find animals. It's going to be the exact same thing, but for ducks.
There's a couple
ducks and geese.
There's a couple cool comments here too on the last one where you're walking through your early build of the duck wagon and like, oh, I'm showing it too early and all that stuff. Yeah. Will the duck wagon have a quote unquote train whistle? Yes. Asking for turtles.
It will.
Yes. I'm taking it off because I sold that F-350.
Oh, you did?
And got this.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, so I got this. I'm taking that train horn off and putting it on the duck wagon.
You sold your other truck. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that. All right. That's awesome.
And then the other really cool comment I thought too, which is like totally like one of the coolest comments ever, says a lot about a guy that is making it a point to keep his dog comfortable.
I agree. I saw that comment too, and I wanted to say thank you for that, because I agree. Like there's a lot of people. There's nothing better than having a working family dog, and the working and family are in the same sentence, right? Like there are working dogs that, stay in kennels and they're only I guess attention time or whatever you want to call it is like training and hunting. Like that's not me. I want a working family dog.
And literally, so Camo is sitting behind us still sleeping.
Dude, he's with podcasting me all the time. He's part of the family. Like he's like Turtle calls him his brother. I didn't say that. Like Turtle calls him his brother. And man, he's got to ride just as comfortable as us. You know?
It's cool, man. It's cool to see like an old passion resparked.
That's what I'm really excited about. Yeah. Here's the problem.
And it's only going to get better.
Here's the problem. So I made the commitment not commitment, but I made like I've been holding myself off of waterfowl for a long time. I've still stayed tight with like Alex Busalaki, my right hand guy, when it comes to waterfowl. I've been talking to him. He sends me videos and all that stuff. Well, I finally decided like, okay, kids want a dog. We're getting a dog for Christmas. Got my wife to talk into, this is October of last year. Wife talked into getting a retriever, the whole deal, and make the commitment that I'm getting back into waterfowl, get the duck wagon going, get this trailer going. It's March. Well, I guess it's April today. How the fuck am I going to make it to October? You know what I mean? Because I've held myself off. I've held myself off for so long doing all the big game stuff.
Well, the longer you wait, the more euphoric that's going to feel when you actually get out there and it all comes together.
So I was texting Alex the other day. I'm like, October opening day comes around and, shoot my first widgeon, cotton top or mallard, greenhead, whatever. And he goes out and gets it and brings it back to me. I might literally pass out. I might like fall to my knees.
Yeah.
It's just been,
that's
you know
awesome,
what I mean?
Man.
I've been holding it off for so long.
It's fun to feel that passion.
It's like you getting into target archery and all that stuff. The old stuff you used to do.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
that spark.
Duck calls rolling again. My wife wants to kill me, practicing duck and goose calls every night. Well, I will say cool. My duck calling, like riding a bike, came back super fast. Like I can
annoying your neighbors.
I'm sure.
Are you calling in your truck on the way to work?
Yes. Goose calling, on the other hand, that one was not like riding a bike. That one's coming back a lot slower.
Yeah, I always thought goose calling was harder than duck calling.
Yeah, it's harder. That one's coming back a lot slower than the duck call. Duck call sounds pretty good right now. I'm actually pretty happy about that.
I look forward to following along and see how it goes, man.
You guys got to come on.
Super cool. Yeah.
A couple hunts. You have to.
Yep, for sure.
Get in the duck wagon, drive for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Shoot ducks for a couple days, come home.
Sounds awesome.
I can tell Trail has to pee.
I do have to pee.
I do as well.
I have one more thing.
Is it my leg bouncing? Is that what you can feel that
I can tell when you're like, the way you say something sometimes, I'm like, I think he's kind of moving he's moving the conversation.
Yeah, my teeth are floating.
Yeah,
I just want to give Trail a shout out. All right.
Four.
So we have a very poorly participated in Marchery Madness or March Madness. It's not Marchery anymore because our archery tournament's over. March Madness NCAA bracket.
Yep.
And Trail has 99.7% of the picks correct still going in. The Final Four is already decided. He's still at 99.7. He has all four of the Final Fours. Okay?
Yep.
He has 99.7. I thought I was like normal years, I'd be pretty decent with my score right now. I have 79.7.
Which is good.
Which is usually a pretty good score for a bracket. And Trail has 99.7.
It's that Hoosier blood pulsing through my veins.
He has potential for...
That is insane. That is absolutely insane. 99.7% correct.
I would give most of the credit to my oldest kid, who's just a basketball nut.
He should have been hitting the sports books, man. We got to get this kid 21.
Lives and breathes it. Anytime I hear from him, it's about basketball.
I'm going to text you on next year's March Madness sports betting picks.
Yeah. And I was looking a bunch of the like ESPN analysis. You're crushing all of them, by the way. You're destroying them.
Actually, speaking of basketball, I want to say one thing. I got a DM. So we have a guy that listens to the podcast. His name's Dean Wade. He plays for the Cleveland Cavs.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, right now.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Dean Wade if you listen to this podcast. But he plays for the Cavs. The other night he had an absolute poster on this dude.
Really?
Yeah. It was freaking sick.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this.
Shout out Dean Wade for that poster. I was watching my kid immediately, like within seconds. He's like, you have to go look at this. He's like, he absolutely posted
the Cavs are good this year too, aren't they?
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
Yeah, they're really good, right?
Best record in the league.
Yeah.
I was wondering because we talked about that one day. I was like, dude, a guy from the Cavs just followed me. You're like, he followed me too on Instagram. I was like,
yeah. So I gave him a follow back and he reached out and was like, hey, I really like podcasts. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. So now we I touch base every now and then. I'm secretly kind of rooting for the Cavs now.
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome.
But yeah, shout out to that dude.
Gives us a reason to like a team.
Shout out to him for an absolute poster that was so fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Anyway, I'm going to wrap now because I got to pee. So
Me too.
Thanks for listening. Watch the film.
Yeah.
Quitting's
not in the blood.
Not in the blood. It's not in the blood.
Check out Omar and I
Ticks
Fair
are
hunt.
full of blood, but quitting's not in it.
Yeah, so not in it.
All right, with that, we're out.
See ya.
See ya.